What's up, guys? Seal Liquid here, back with another video. It's been a while and this is an unplanned video, but since I have these here, I thought I would do a quick little comparison. So I was looking to buy some of the new AirPods Pro 2 with the USB-C. I already had the AirPods Pro 1st gen and the AirPods Pro 2 with the Lightning. But they've been giving me issues, like one of them kept cutting out. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a new pair. So first time I was trying to save some money, big mistake. Went onto eBay, found some that were refurbished. Seemed like a good seller, but you never know on eBay anymore. So I purchased them. I mean, first of all, they were like, it was like $87. So obviously I should have known from the start, like, all right, that's a little too good. So as they always say, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. But anyway, they came in, and immediately opened the box. And of course I do my little checks, like serial numbers and how do they pair, how do they sound. And of course, immediately it's like, all right, well, these are definitely fake. So I actually took them to the Apple store because they were like probably 5 versions behind on firmware, and I couldn't get them to update. So I took them to Apple, our local Apple store, to see if they could update them, and they immediately said, all right, these are fake. So I was like, all right, I kind of knew, but now it's been verified. So anyway, I went ahead and just purchased some, like, from the store myself instead of buying online or taking any chances. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just buy some. So here we have the 2 pairs, the fake ones and the real ones. I don't know if you can tell right off the bat which one's which. Pretty similar, but if anybody knows their stuff, you probably know these are the real ones. The box just a little more pristine white. This one's a little more off-white. The photos, it's a little more crisp on here. Like, you can see the dark blacks, and the embossing on here is a little more raised and pronounced. And over here, it's more of a kind of a faded. I don't know if you can tell it on camera, but it's more of a faded color, and the embossing is just not quite right. I mean, it's close. I mean, they're obviously getting better, but you can kind of tell. Second of all, the boxes aren't quite the same size. A little smaller of a box. Obviously, these are things like, unless you have a fake pair, you can put side by side, you're not going to be able to tell. But I mean, I kind of scuffed this box up, but these are the real ones. These are the fake ones. You can kind of see the wording on it. It's just a little more, the font's a little more bold on the real ones than on these. I mean, if you don't have, again, if you don't have 2 side by side to compare, then you're not really gonna notice that. I mean, the Apple logo, pretty close, but you can see there's a little bit more of a difference. The Apple on the fake ones kind of, I don't know, it's a little rounded off on the little Apple part here instead of the sharp edge on the real one. But I mean, that's something you would really have to look close to notice. Like I said, they're getting good. Same on the other side. But anyway, let's pop these open. Boop. Again, these are the real ones, these are the fake ones. And I mean, so I guess the font is closely different on this one. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but I can definitely see a little different in the font. It's just a little more crisper on this one. You can tell this one's like kind of like just a printer copy. I'm not gonna go through what's inside. I'm assuming it's probably the usual document stuff. And then here we have the I mean, I've opened these obviously, so it's not quite new. These are new. I haven't used them or set them up or anything. So right away you can see this one has like a little line across it on the little flap there. This one doesn't. Also, in person, this material is like really flimsy, where this is like a thicker quality of material here. You can definitely feel a difference in the quality. This is just like, I don't know, just some flimsy little bit of paper on this. So that's another difference. Let's see what's underneath here. So this kind of looks the same. The boxes, this kind of sits a little more flush with the top. You can see this is kind of sunk down, so it's not quite right. Underneath, we have our cable. Obviously, you can see the real ones come with this braided cable, and the little flap thing is got the holes that go through it. This is just a regular old cable, white cable. I'm not even sure if it's an official Apple cable or if it's just a white cable they threw in. I mean, it feels like really cheap. Like this has some heft to it. As a matter of fact, I have a scale here. Let's find out. So the real one is 0.7. Fake one is 0.4. So yeah. So just in the hand, I could tell there's a difference in the weight of the cables without weighing them, but that pretty much confirms it. And here we have the extra earplugs. It's hard to open these with one hand, but just take my word for them, they're in there. And there were also 3 sets in this. I don't know if you can look down in there. There are 3 sets in this. And again, the material for this feels a little different than like the way these are made. So they're kind of close. They're getting there, but not quite. I don't know if there's a difference in weight. The fake ones are 0.2. The real ones 0.2. Okay, so I mean, it is possible that these are like real ones, because I know that sometimes they'll like buy real AirPods, but then they'll like switch them out for the fake AirPods and like sell them off. So you're getting like real accessories and everything looks sort of official, but you're still getting the fake stuff. But anyway, everything else, if we look on the back of the box, you can see again the print. This one's very faded looking, not quite right. This one's like crisp and clear in the wording and everything. It's like super crisp. And this is just kind of washed out. And again, the font is not quite right. It's not the dark black like on the real ones here. And it's almost like a different font. So I don't know if Apple uses a special font called an Apple font. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. All right, so let's get to the actual AirPods here. So again, these are the fake ones here. Let's see how much they weigh. Yep, hang on. Let it zero out here. Fake ones are 2.3 and the real ones are 2.2. So close. Not sure what the difference is, why this one weighs a little bit more, which is strange. Let's try it again just to be sure. Yeah, 2.3. And 2.2. Not sure what the difference is, why these weigh more. I guess I kind of assumed these would weigh less, but I guess there's something in here giving them some weight. So opening these up, you can hear the little tone. I mean, the AirPods themselves. Also, the serial number on these were all the same. Like the serial number for this case, which is located right here on the left in the little opening there, is the same as the serial number that's imprinted on both of these, which to my knowledge, that should never be the case. Like the left should have its own serial number, the right should have its own serial number, and the case should have its own serial number. They should not all three be the same serial number. So that's one giveaway. Everything else, I mean, it's got the 3 holes, everything on the bottom. On the back, you have your designed by Apple in California and assembled in Vietnam. On the new ones here, if I can get these open with one hand, maybe a little tough. Come on. There we go. All right, so on the new ones here, yeah, it's definitely, you can tell a difference in the audio sound. These sound kind of crackly. Hear that like loud, shrill sound when you open the fake ones. And when you open these, it's more of like a softer tone on the real ones. I don't know if nice quiet tone. So yeah, right away you can tell the difference on that. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to show these two side by side with one hand. I didn't plan this video, so I don't have a tripod set up, but anyway. There you can kind of see them side by side in the case. My hands are big enough to hold both of them, but I mean, again, they're pretty close, but you can kind of see that this case on the real one's a little whiter in color. These are kind of like a little bit of an off-white. But again, all this stuff I'm showing, if you didn't have like the real ones and the fake ones at the same time to show them side by side, you know, you would not really be able to tell because they're getting so close. A little lanyard. So yeah, I mean, it won't be long until you won't be able to tell anything between the fake ones. I mean, the magnets taking these out also feel a lot stronger on the real ones than on these fake ones. Like these just kind of slide right out. I mean, it's got a little bit of magnetism to them, but you can tell, but these, like, you can tell it's got a nice strong magnet to it, and I can feel it when I'm pulling them out. It's got more of a grip to it. Wish I could zoom in on these, but can't get the focus. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, again, the real ones are a little, the color's definitely like a brighter white. Also on the grates, you can tell on the real ones, the grates a little shorter. This one's more elongated. I can get them side by side. Sorry, my finger keeps getting in. It's hard to it's a little different. Or maybe not, maybe they are the same size. I mean, everything else is. I mean, that's pretty close. The grate on the fake ones are not quite as flush with the AirPods, with the chassis of the AirPods as the real ones are. I don't know if you can tell that. It's got a little raise to it, whereas these are flush. Like even right now, I can get a little confused not knowing which one's which. I can tell on these that the imprint on it is kind of crooked on them, whereas the real ones, it's like kind of lined up with the curve of the AirPods. Let's see what these weigh. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out if I've got these swapped. I can't tell without looking at the actual serial number on them, but I can't tell right now on the these are the real ones. Yep, these are the fake ones. All right. So fake ones are 0.1. Real ones are 0.2. So I can't figure out why the case itself with the AirPods in it weighed more than the real case, but the AirPods themselves weigh less. So the fake ones again, still 2.3. Real ones, still 2.2. That's weird. So there's something in here. I don't know if they added like some magnet or something to kind of give it the heft to it so you wouldn't immediately know that they're just super fake. So maybe they added something in here to give it a little more heft to it. Otherwise, if you took it out and it's just like a super light fake feeling thing, then you'd obviously know they were fakes. You'll have to excuse my Jif peanut butter there. I'm doing this in the kitchen. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show those couple of things. I figured since I have both of them, obviously I'm sending these back. I've already contacted the seller and called him out on it, and he's agreed to the return. And at least one thing eBay has is the buyer satisfaction thing, where they pretty much stand by you on most things, sometimes to the detriment of the seller. But I just did this little impromptu video. I wasn't planning, but like I said, since I had both of them, I thought I'd do this for anybody else buying some or looking to buy some off of eBay or some other online place. If you're buying them used, they're getting good, man. These knockoffs, they're getting hard to tell. So I mean, you don't really know unless you like look close or have somebody inspect them. Like if you have an Apple store close to you, you could take them in. But I mean, my best thing would be like, just try not to buy used unless you know the person you're buying them from, like he's a friend and you know them in person, and you can look at the AirPods and inspect them, check everything before you buy them. I would probably just save up and just buy some new ones, like buy them from, you know, Apple, or I know the Apple, if you buy from Apple, they're more expensive, but you can catch them for like $189 at like Best Buy or Walmart, like any place you can just walk in and buy them, like a reputable store. is going to be your best bet. Otherwise, you're taking a chance, kind of like I did, trying to save some money, and that's what happens. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm just rambling on. I don't have anything else to say. Got any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Peace.